up after the last game. Fucking sore loser. The blotch of red on his makeshift bandages grew a little thicker. I had to get what was mine, and I was only right. Easy, Janine said in a soft voice. Larry had tried to wriggle out of his reclined position, so she eased him back down. He mumbled a bit and rested his head against the cruiser. His eyes fluttered closed, and his breathing grew slow, steady. He was back in dreamland. Then a scream of pain cut through the night. I shot to my feet, hands snapping automatically to my holster. A cloud of dark birds burst from the treetops about half a mile away. I watched them flap away as the scream faded. The quiet of the night sweeping back in over the forest. What was that? Someone whispered. The scream hadn't woken Jerry. His head still lolled against the car, but my wife's eyes were wide and nervous. It might be Wheaton, I said. Janine, if he's hurt, I have to go help him. He's our only shot at getting out of here. The fear disappeared from her eyes and she nodded. No, she said. Make sure he's okay. I'll keep Larry safe. I leaned down to kiss her one more time, with the copper still light on her lips. Then I turned and charged into the darkness of the trees. I would get my gun whipped out in front of me just in case. The woods were dark and I could only see a few trees ahead. And even those were just the faintest of outlines. I tried to picture those birds bursting from the forest to make a beeline towards the source of the disturbance. For a few minutes I was afraid that I had lost the trail entirely, that I'd gotten turned around somewhere along the way. Then my shoes trod on something squishy, and I heard a sickening snap. I backpedaled and squinted in the shadows on the ground. I hadn't stepped on a twig. The snap had been the bones breaking in a human hand. I followed the figure's arm up to the neck, and then its head. It had a deep red color that I couldn't quite make out in the dark. I fumbled for my phone and activated the flashlight. When my eyes adjusted to the brightness, I saw that Jeremy Belmont was lying face down in the dirt, the back of his skull dented and bloody. I didn't have to check his pulse to know that our asshole lawyer friend was dead. Something had struck him in the head, but hard. And maybe I should say someone. Because this was the middle of the woods, far away from any rock slide. There was no way a wound that deep could have been an accident. I got on my knees and I began sweeping the ground for the murder weapon. When I looked up, Wheaton was standing above the body. Jesus, I breathed. I clambered to my feet and pointed my gun at him. Wheaton saw the barrel aim straight at his chest and stiffened. He raised his hands slowly, one of them bloody. Then again, it had been bloody before. Did you do this? I hissed. Hell no, he said. I was over by the cliff when I heard a scream. Thought it might have been one of you guys, so I came looking. Without a shaky breath. I didn't do it, officer, I swear. I scrutinized him. His eyes were wide and a little bloodshot, but I didn't see a glimpse of any colors that shouldn't be there. If there was something swatting in his brain, it was buried deep. Or maybe it had already left. Maybe it had used Wheaton's body to murder Jeremy, then left to occupy some other poor sucker's skull. At this hour, there was only a few poor suckers out here for it to choose from. I holstered my gun and I grabbed Wheaton by the arm. We're going back to the crash site, I said. This changes things. I'm not letting you out of my sight until we get back to town. When Wheaton's face soured, I added, you stick with me or I'll shoot you. I'm not kidding around. Why are we going back there? He muttered. We'll just waste more time. Because I'm not ditching my wife in the woods without at least explaining why, I said. Now shut up, get moving. We left Jeremy's body and trudged back towards the scene of the crash. Keeping the looming edge of the cliff as our landmark, neither of us spoke along the way. I didn't trust Wheaton, and I was pretty damn sure that he didn't trust me either. Our footsteps made loud crunches in the blanket of leaves and twigs. I kept twisting my head to peer into the darkness, but there was nothing around us except nothing. Somehow that was even worse. The crash site came back into view. I saw Janine still crouched by Larry's side, her hand touching the skin on his neck. She looked up and saw us approaching. Something like fear came into her eyes. She stood up, leaving Larry to slump against the side of the car. I'm sorry, she said, approaching us. I tried. I did the best I could, but what happened? I asked. I reached out and grabbed her hand. It was trembling. She swallowed. Larry's dead. Felt like I'd ingested a bucket of ice. My veins had gone cold. I looked past her and I saw Larry propped up in that awkward seating position. life in his eyes, just a dull hollowness, but he looked more like a sleepwalker than a corpse. If Janine hadn't told me otherwise, I might have thought that he was just in a drunken stupor. He was doing fine at first, but then he started complaining about pain in his feet, real sharp, like walking on hot coals. I tried to find him water in case he was getting dehydrated or something, but then he started flailing. I had to hold him down before he could hurt himself. I let go when he stopped struggling. I thought he just tired himself out. When I felt his pulse, he was gone. There was something wrong with her voice. Kind of detached hollowness that I wasn't used to hearing. Her eyes, too, glimmered with something more than moonlight. I thought of the inspector's call. At Hop's body. Withdrew my hand slowly from hers. She looked at me confused for a second. Then I pulled my gun out of its holster. Olivia, she said quietly, get the hell out of my life. I growled. Janine backed up. I'd never seen a look of such fear on her face before, but I wasn't sure if it was her fear or the creatures inside her. I couldn't bring myself to point the gun directly at her, but I stood there, clenching it in my hand, my finger twitching above the trigger. She raised her hands in a gesture of shaky surrender. What's going on, Olivia? The inspector warned me about this, I said. He told me there was a brain jacker hopping in people's bodies, taking over their minds. I don't know who had it first, but it's been picking us off one by one. First the lawyer's wife, then Jeremy, then Larry. My hand tightened on the pistol. Where does it stop, huh? Does it end when everyone's dead in the dirt? Me, it's not me, she said. I promise. Maybe the inspector's right. Maybe there is something out there, but it's not me. Just put the gun away, please. I can't know that, I said. Felt a tear trickle down the corner of my eye. I lifted the gun then, flicking back the safety and squinting through the damp eyes of my wife. Its face had gone utterly white. Birds chirped in the night. Cars roared down a distant road. Everything else was silent. Like the world was waiting for that one single gunshot to ring out. Oh, stop it already, the voice said from behind me. It's not her. I jumped and nearly dropped the pistol. When I turned, I saw Wheaton standing by the wreckage of the Belmont's car. I almost forgotten about him. His eyes were unreadable as ever. In his hand, clutched his own battered Glock. There was a light click as he thumbed back the safety. You? I said. You're the brain jacker? You're off your fucking nut, officer. You know that? He replied. Ain't no such thing as a brain jacker. You and those other cops are out there running around like headless chickens chasing monsters that don't exist. If you're not doing your job, it just means someone else got to do it for you. What are you talking about? Larry over there is a cheater and a miserable drunk, he said. You know, he goes home and hits his wife. Never got a call from her, I bet. Too afraid of what he'd do when he gets back from the slammer. His lips drew back in a sneer. Guys like him don't deserve to live. So I've been slipping a rat poison in his coffee. Real old stuff from back when they made it with Dolly and shit. Bastard's hair has been falling out for weeks. Never caught on. I stared at him. The gun felt cold in my hand, and I wondered what he would do if I moved a muscle. It was a fast shot. Wheaton already had me in his sights. I didn't think he could beat his trigger finger. The best thing to do was to keep him talking. In Belmont? I asked, keeping my voice steady. You killed him too? Like he said, guy was a piece of shit. Wheaton snorted. You heard how he talked about his wife. Plus, the way he got in your face. With my blood boiling. So sick of fancy college boys thinking their money and sports cards gave them the right to stomp all over folks like us. I did us all a favor by offering the guy. The world's better off without him. I picked my next words very carefully. I know you think you're doing the right thing here. Those guys were pretty awful, I'll give you that. We've got laws for a reason. There's a process for stuff like this. Without it, you get vigilante justice. You get an angry mob. You get anarchy. Take a deep breath. If you just come down to the station, maybe we could... Nah. No offense, officer. I don't trust you cops. Never known one who wasn't some kind of backstabber. Only reason I'm bothering to tell you all this is because you ain't gonna survive the night. I flinched. My arm swinging up, but Wheaton moved faster. He planted his feet and fired 2 shots. The first one sank into the skin on my forearm, sending a roar of agony down my fingers. I lost track of the second one. My nerves were screaming, but I gritted my teeth and blinked the hot tears of pain from my eyes. I fired 3 shots on my own. Unlike Wheaton, I had practiced with this sort of thing, and all 3 bullets hit their target. The scumbag was knocked off his feet. He struck the side of Jeremy's sports car and slid to the ground. Eyes vacant. 3 puckered holes in his forehead. I gasped and swayed on my feet. The waves of pain were sweeping me over now, threatening to pull me under. I fought them with gritted teeth. The echoes of gunshots had muted the sounds of the night. I could hear the engine of an approaching car, still distant, but getting closer. Help, my brain whispered. Help was almost here. Janine, I said shakily. Janine, we have to. But I stopped. Janine was no longer standing where I had left her. She was lying on the dirt. Her breathing unsteady, her eyes staring up at the little sliver of the moon. Her slowly growing puddle of red seeping across the chest of her nursing uniform. No. I breathed. No, fuck no! Janine! I staggered over to her side. Wheaton's bullet had pierced her right in the abdomen. Her blood was gushing freely from the point of entry. I was in no state to administer proper first aid, but I tried, damn it. I applied the necessary pressure, and I kept her elevated and clotted the wound with the wads of ripped fabric, and at some point I found myself administering CPR. Except it wasn't CPR, I was just kissing her, and I was crying and praying that she would kiss me back. Olivia? She said once. Her voice was weak, like someone calling from another room. Olivia? I... Don't say anything. I said, just keep breathing and stay awake. Help will be here soon. And it was. The engine of the approaching car was right on top of us. And its headlights were sweeping across the forest. Its tires perched on the very edge of the cliff. There was a slam as somebody opened the driver's door. The dark shape came hurtling through the night, and the inspector landed like a mountain lion in front of us, his trench coat whipping behind him like a pair of enormous gray wings. His cigar smoke was a mutant shade of yellow. I'm sorry it took so long, he said in that gravelly voice of his, and I felt a wave of comfort wash through the pain. It took more time than I expected to deal with the brainjacker. I could tell that you tried to ignite the card, but the signal was weak. I didn't know where to find you until I heard the gunshots. It's okay, I whispered. My energy was leaving me. I could barely keep myself standing. I ended up leaning against the inspector's chest and clutching at the sleeves of his coat. It's okay, you're here. Flashes of red and blue joined the glare of the headlights. I closed my eyes for a moment, and when I opened them again, I was rumbling down the road in the back of an ambulance. I twisted my head in the gurney and saw a massive bandage wrapped around the bullet hole in my arm. The inspector was sitting by my side, his fedora in his lap. I'd never seen the top of his head before. His hair was thick, with the same grayish shade as the rest of his skin. So it was hard to tell where his scalp ended and the hair began. Inspector, I said in a raspy voice. He said nothing. I looked past him in the other gurney, where 2 EMTs were fussing over the other patient. I couldn't see much of Janine. Through the gaps in the crowd, all I could make out was her outstretched torso and a single pale hand dangling over the side of the gurney. Will she be okay? The inspector couldn't tell the future any more than I could. But somehow I knew he'd have the answer. He always did. I stared up at him, and he stared down at me, and then he turned his eyes to the rumbling floor of the ambulance. There was nothing he needed to say. He stooped down. I knew the answer too. Olivia Marconi.
The swarm is upon you.
Good evening once again, kids. It's me, Mr. Creepypasta. And I want to tell you thank you for watching tonight's video, or for listening to tonight's episode of the podcast. That's available on Spotify, or on Apple Music, or on any other places that you can get podcasts. I'm not entirely sure where you can listen to podcasts. If you guys are watching on YouTube, though, I would really appreciate it if you click the subscribe button, click that thumbs up button, and hit the bell for me, because that's what we're supposed to see now. We're required by YouTube law. As always, I want to give a big thank you to all of my supporters on Patreon. You guys are the real MVPs, and you allow us to get a whole bunch of custom stories that are only heard here on this channel, on this podcast. So, a very big thank you to Jordan Alexander Sanchez, Anthony Butler, Bobby Carlin, Mr. Pelton, Chase Vernon, Diana Cross, Maria Walker, Tanya Warren, Amy Rooney, Inactive Herman, Austin Johnson, Crazy Kid, Mr. Marcus Blitz, Aka Limchon, Dirt Diver 030, Matt Bach, Chapel's Raz, Voice of Sam, Coffee Zombie, Matthew McNeese, Tilly J, Jeremy H, Rosazol, Fangamal, Donna, Morgan, Nick Weaver, Milton Lake, Tolly Sue, Sky Maria Reaper Queen, William King, Reaper 61167, Don Liver, Micah Ortiz, Nick Darius, Nessie, Tarifa Panda, Mario Hawk 764, Lambda M98, Harley, Billy Morrow, Sashi Suzaku, My Body Sounds Like Rice Krispies, Miss Sander, Suji Campbell, Stricken, Azarine Fox, Eddie Kruger, Happy Birthday Jason Wilson, Lisa Cottrell, Caspian, David's Nephew, Tater Chip, Acid System, Prozac and Pancake Appreciation Society, Cryptic Nightmares, Gary the Sloth, Tommy Green, Fester's Lampshade, Sky Harbor, Nico Kyle, Rafael Rodriguez, The Ginger Bros, Eric Stormcrow, Daniel Polson, Trace Miles, and Corey Kenshin. And of course, everybody who's down there in the description as well, and everybody who can support on patreon.com/WesternGamePlus.me, even $1, I appreciate it greatly, and I'm sure that all the authors that we were able to work with, yeah, I didn't eat my best Jesus, appreciate it too. So, thank you guys so much. Thank you for listening, and sweet dreams. Yeah.
Okay, man. These ones.
So it's easy for you to stay in one place and stay in a hotel room.
Ain't that weird? Oh, what have I done? No, all good. How are you, Matt? I would love to see your house one day. Where did you say it was? In St Kilda?
Carlton.
Oh, Carlton. Sorry, my bad. Meh. Why meh? What? I'm meh.
I can go on the balcony now and see the cemetery.
Creepy.
That's one of the balconies.
Oh, wow. I have to move. Where are you moving to? I want to be lazy. Yeah, usually Sundays is my lazy day. Oh, so that's one of the balconies.
It's five and a half balconies.
Oh, wow.
The two big main bedrooms have got their own balconies.
So, thanks, Matt, you too. So you'll get a...
Matt?
Oh, what up on that? You alright? I'm very okay, bro. You alright?
Meh. Just being lazy.
Good. Oh.
How y'all doing tonight?
Man.
How y'all doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm good.
Cool.
Man, I had to learn my lesson, bro.
Yeah?
It was crazy.
What happened?
Man, my neighbors, man, they decided to go to the bar with me. And then, I was trying to go to the damn bar by my damn self. So they had the damn liquor shit. And then the female boyfriend, man, whatever. So anyway, they my wife, girlfriend, whatever, I don't know, whatever, I don't get it. So long story short, bro. Man, this nigga, man, some of that you fucking weird shit, bro. Man, I almost had fucking feeling shit. I said, oh, hell no. This nigga, man, we pulling this damn stuff and shit. I'm just trying to, check on him and shit. This nigga told me, man, I'm good, man. I'm been trying to, touch me and shit, bro. Man, he fucking girls me and shit, bro. You know what I mean, though, man, you know what I mean? And plus, you know
That's rough. Yeah, I can't really go out with people. I get too wild. But if I go there and have a couple of drinks by myself, it's usually cool.
Yeah. But listen, Matt, I got a question over, bro.
So,
People say that they do not really go out there because of COVID. Is that true though?
go out for what?
I said, okay, alright, I was on the panel, and then, and then this guy has said that I do not really go out there because of COVID.
COVID?
That's untrue.
I mean, I'm kind of crazy and shit, but I never believed any of that COVID stuff. That's just me. I mean, I go out because of COVID, I go out.
There you go, man. There you go. There you go. I thought that I was crazy.
I mean,
because of COVID.
People are scared and stuff. So if they make a big deal about wearing a mask, I'll wear a mask just to make people feel better. But for the most part, I don't wear a mask or none of that shit. I just had a friend who had it. He said it was like a little cold. I'm not too worried about it.
Oh, okay. Man, but yeah, I was on the damn panel and shit. This nigga talking about that King, man. I don't really go nowhere, man, because of damn COVID, though.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. It's real.
Whatever.
People are wild. I'm surprised you don't have more people on, man. I said I'm surprised you ain't got more people on. Usually you got a bunch of people.
Shoot, man. Everybody's doing them, though. And then, you know what I mean? Back up, bro, man. You know what I mean, man? And then, alright, yeah, I'm talking to you, man. Man, but anyway, man, well, I was talking to my child, you know what I mean? She like half asleep and shit, bro. And then, I was talking to her. So, man, some female on the same panel and shit, on my panel and shit, gonna tell me, well, good King, don't be talking to her that way. I do not like that, bro. Hey, listen, Matt, man, I almost said on something, bro. I don't like, man. First of all, Matt, man, she must be good, man. You know what I mean? I'm fucking on that fucking level and shit, man. You know what I mean? I'm talking to my mom, child, you know what I mean? She didn't even have sleeping and shit. And then she's gonna tell me that I do not like how you talking to your daughter like nigga. Oh, man, I'm telling you, though, man. You know what I mean? I already hate, man. You know what I mean? For somebody, you know what I mean? To them, interfere. What I'm trying to say? Interfere with somebody that's like, in your life. Like, fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah. Well, you know what they say, man. The most dangerous place in the world is between a parent and a child.
There you go.
That's it. And that goes for anything. Just the same, really, but... Yeah, I don't know. I ain't got no kids, but... I mean, I can see exactly where you're coming from. I mean... People just put their nose where it don't belong all the time, man.
There you go, man. There you go, bro. There you go. my ass on.
Yeah, I'm about to hit it. It's always good talking to you, though, man.
Yeah.
I don't know how long I'm going to be on here because I break all the rules and stuff, and I'll probably get banned. And then I'm probably going to move over to Twitch. But I'm probably going to move over to Twitch.
What's that?
Twitch?
Yeah.
Same thing as this, pretty much. I think. I don't know. That and Facebook Live. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette, so I'm gonna turn the camera off real quick.
Oh yeah, go.
Yeah, I can't remember whose room I was in earlier, but I kind of got in trouble because I took a shot. I keep forgetting you can't really do anything on this site.
What? Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You took a shot and then they got
Yeah, but it was just that I didn't want to get them in trouble, you know?
Yeah,
Because, I mean, on my own side, I drink and I smoke cigarettes and all that stuff. They never hit me for it, though.
That's you, though.
Yeah. But I'll probably never be, like, accepted or, like, monetized, but they never hit me. The only thing they hit me for is cussing.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Man, you know, I thought you had like kids. You know what I mean? Like, you know, some things, you know, you just do not ask nobody that personal question. Like, you know, that's like, you know, that's too personal. Like, I mean, you know, I don't know.
Oh yeah, no, I got you. I don't mind though. I'm kind of an open book, like that kind of stuff. I mean, I may have one kid because there was a girl that I used to mess with back in the day that had a kid, and it kind of lines up. But before I could find out, she lost her to the state. Yeah.
Oh dang. I'm sorry, bro.
It happens. I gotta look into it one day, but I'm not in the right place yet.
Oh, okay. Do a girl still call you or check up on you or what?
Oh no, we were just crazy kids. Hello.
Hi, King.
I just spoke to you. Hello. How you doing?
Yeah, but you left me. Why you leaving me?
Me. Because old girl. Because the old girl started kissing me in New York.
Oh, me and her just had a little chat.
No, I'm just saying, like, you know, I was talking to my daughter and then she was like half asleep. And then she gonna tell me that I do not like how you talking to your child like.
But why did she say that? Because you and her were talking, or you was trying to talk to her?
No, that's I'm on my shower, like sleep.
Please just let the barrel down.
And she was like, man, I feel the wrong way. While she was sleeping. I had to lay back down and she gonna interfere. Well, I was talking to my damn child.
Okay. But that's not what she said.
Rock and stone in the heart.
Huh?
That's not what she told me.
No, she just told you I'm wrong. I do not like how you talking to her like, man, listen, man, as I had to, you know what I mean? I do not have to hold shit back or sugar on cold shit.
She told me that you was trying to talk to her more than a friend.
Who you talking about?
The girl, when you just left me alive, the one I
Man, that was a long time ago. I already, man, she already know. I was talking about my daughter yesterday. She told you something that happened like a long time ago.
Yeah, rock and stone.
Okay. I'm not going to say what I want to say on here, but when we talk privately, we need to talk. Okay?
I put you all day yesterday, twice.
No, I know, but I was tired. Like, I was tired from work. First of all, I was drinking a night that I wasn't supposed to drink because I knew I had to get up in the morning to go to work. So that shit tired me out. But my cousin, he popped out and came out and he fucking had me up until I fell asleep. But my thing is, like, you know, like I was telling you on here, what I can say is that, you know, I think you good peeps. You know what I'm saying? I like you because, you know, you're mad cool and you never did anything to me, you know? And I hope you never do anything to me. Like, you know, friend-wise, friendship-wise. Like, even if you have a problem with me or you're mad at me, I hope you just tell me, not everybody else. Okay?
Yeah, alright.
Because I would do that. You know, so oh, not me. Not me. They are. They ready. But see, what happened was Kira left them because they wasn't ready when Kira was leaving. They wanted to wait for me. But now, I'm not ready. I'm about to be because I want y'all to get y'all sleep. But I don't know how I'm getting home because Kira left with the cab. Raheem was supposed to take me home, but he knocked the fuck out. I don't know how I'm gonna get home. My plan was Raheem said he's gonna drop me in the morph to my house.
Did I hear a rock and stone?
But I sleep. Kira left on her own and paid for a cab. I guess I should have left with her, but I wasn't ready. And now I don't know how the freak I'm getting home. chick. I mean, not other chick, his chick. Because when I say other, that means I'm his chick. I'm not. Never that. Never going back. Can't do it.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
And your diamond, I'm gonna give you a call tomorrow. Okay, go ahead and talk to your people, okay? I'll give you a call.
Alright. Good night.
Matt.
Yo.
Like, I was telling her about my daughter. She's about balls some money. People are so fucking idiot, dog.
I don't know, man. I mean, that's why I keep a real tight circle mostly, because I do stupid stuff all the time, and like, you know, I don't like to hear about it 10 times.
Right, exactly. You do her about that, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? She told me to call her tomorrow, and though like 2 years ago, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I call her and I call her. Now she seemed to find some kind of excuse to say I'm tired. Like, man, fuck out of here. That lame ass damn excuse. You know what I mean? They'll say, you know what I mean? She don't wanna, you know what I mean? Don't call me or, you know what I mean? Don't talk to me and shit. I was tired.
Yeah.
Even if female is tired, but you know what I mean? You know what I mean? They can take the
Yeah. I don't know, man. I've had.
so you gonna get what I'm saying? Like, you know, they well, basically, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Take the time out, you know, like, you know, call back or something. You know what I mean? What's the purpose of, you know what I mean? You gave me your number, but you say you like me though, but you talk to Eddie and Eric out, you know, kind of, man, hell no, seriously, you know, bro, you know, that's not somebody, you know what I mean, the type of shit, you know what I mean, that are really wrong, you know what I mean, in my circle though. Yeah, that's the reason why, you know what I mean, that, you know, I am going out on plans on that, bro.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
But yeah, she like me though, as a damn friend. So you know what I mean. If I am a friend, why are you? You know what I mean?
Here's a weird thing. I had like the worst ex I ever had. Like cheated on me, all kind of shit. Just real horrible relationship. And we didn't talk for like 15 years. And she hit me up a couple months ago and like being super friendly and shit. Her and her husband and shit. And I guess they just want to be friends, man. Now we play like video games online, and it's weird how shit works out, man. Because I thought if I ever talked to her again, like, it would not be good, but they're all buying me video games and shit to play with them. Some weird shit, dude. Like, I've never heard of some stuff like that.
But hey, oh, okay. But listen, Matt, listen, she actually, the same shit, bro, told me, you know what I mean, she had lead me on, and now, it's like, she's the first person, okay, she had something with I live on TV, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Everything, though. And she don't act, you know. That shit, bro. You know what I mean? She, what happened? You hurt. I mean, like, you know, man. I mean, you know, I got time for all that, though, man. I'm just trying to, you know, man, leave me on, though. And I'm good, man.
Yeah.
And then say, she right on me, so.
Some of these chicks, man, they. I'm not saying you can't trust them. I'm just saying, like, you gotta be careful, man, because they'll just blow up your spot. It's silly. They get silly, man, and they blow up your spot. I'm not saying that's what happened or anything, but shit, I've been there.
No, you have heard what she has said, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was tired. So that's the most damn excuse ever. You know what I mean? If you tired, you know what I mean? You have to call me and say you are tired. And you know, you will call for me the next day. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a rough time with that. Shit, I got a rough time with that, man. I got about zero trust. I do not trust, man. As soon as they walk out the door, I assume they're getting in someone else's car. That's something.
You heard her, and she don't say I was tired.
Yeah.
Now, if you're tired, as long as said you're tired. No, that's don't wait until you come on my family door and say you were tired. You know what I mean? Better hit her on that. You know what I'm saying? Man. I am going to tell you some other, bro. She had to have the chance to call me or send me a text. Hey King, how you doing? Really lost weight. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, she trying to play all green do shit. That's that bullshit.
Yeah. I don't know, man. You know what they say, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah.
But I can't really say, dude. I've been single since like 2015. I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Bro. Yeah. Man, I have for again, got about everything. But man, I have this man, 5 years, shit, bro.
Yeah.
And then she told me about some fucking shit. What was they had to I was some money on Georgia. Oh my god. Crazy shit.
Crazy, man. Can't live with them, can't live without them.
But everything else alright though with you though? On that, man, what you over there doing? Chilling?
Chewing on some Flamin' Hot Munchies peanuts, and I'm playing this stupid video game where you play like space dwarves and you have to kill like bugs. So that's cool. But I gotta move. I gotta move this morning. I'm moving a couple miles away where it's cheaper. And it's just me. What? I don't know. A lady just passed away in the room that I'm taking. And I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, that's kind of weird, right? Yeah. I mean, I've never seen anything or have any proof or anything, but you get feelings when you go places, you know what I mean? And I get a weird feeling in this place. And then I guess in a room in the same house, someone killed themselves.
Wow.
Yeah, so like,
I was like,
it's like weird, dude. But it's cheaper, so. I don't know. Hopefully I don't have to deal with any like creepy crawlies or anything. Anyway, I'm probably gonna wind down, bro. Ready to pass out.
alright, man. Yeah,
Cool talking to you.
yeah, I'm ready to go ahead and shit, bro. And I'll go on that, bro.
Oh yeah, it's always good talking to you, man. Hit me up.
Alright, man. I'll come to my own walk that, bro.
Later, man.
Alright, later.
So what do you like? Bunch of witches on brooms going in a circle, like racing off?
I told you. You're laughing at me. You're like, I'm done. I'm done.
Oh yeah.
The Witcher is basically like a bounty hunter. And what makes a Witcher different from a bounty hunter is the Witcher does not have emotions, basically, so they have no emotional ties to either side. So it's more of like a what's justice and what's bad. So say if a huge problem could be fixed by killing a monster, and even if that monster is like, no, please, stop killing kids, like, a Witcher's gonna be like, nope, you messed everything up, you gotta go.
Well, yeah, it's destiny. Like, it's gotta die, or else, like, if I don't kill this one person or this one monster, in the future, thousands could die. So, I'm gonna sacrifice against the one versus, you know, what outweighs the other. And it's kind of shitty, but like,
That's it, lads. Rock and stone.
What I gave was a terrible example, but you kind of get the gist.
I get it. Yeah, that was a terrible example. I mean, well, mine was a terrible example.
Oh, now I gotta fight people.
So that's interesting game.
It's a very interesting game.
So, like, weapons? What kind of weapons would you use?
Rock and stone,
There's
brother.
different weapons. There's a steel and a silver sword. You have to have both. Silver swords are for monsters, steel is for humans. There's crossbow, there's magic, there's alchemy, there's witcher senses. So witcher senses are, I think there's a total of 6. There's igni, which you can set things on fire. There's adi, which means you can, like a seismic blast, and blow things away. But there's one that's mind control, and then there's one that's force, trap enemies in a force field, and then like hurt them that way. What's the other one?
This game's badass.
It is badass.
What kind of console again? PlayStation, right?
PlayStation, but I that's the PC.
Oh yeah, these probably way better.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not even a gamer, man.
Yeah, because consoles don't have nearly as much memory as computer can.
Okay. But wait, I mean, we're only gonna like. Oh no, I don't know.
Damn, she gave me nice.
This game's online. This game's online, right? Like, run around with other people.
You can if you want to, but you go off thing.
What do you mean?
No. It's not based.
Set our targets on several teams. Set the whole thing up. Get it cranking. And keep those deposits dry.
Oh, I mean, he acknowledged us for like a second, didn't even acknowledge you. Alright, buddy.
Yeah, and in this game, The Witcher, you can hire prostitutes.
Gotta go fast.
Like, yeah, my character's a little bit now.
Your character's a guy or a girl?
The guy. His name is Geralt. It's you don't get this is who your main character is. It's always going to be Geralt.
Oh, cool. Yes. Interesting.
Thank God my character's already. My mom left right before the sequel. I wasn't even paying attention to what was going on in the quest.
I kind of had that in the back of my head, like there was a thought of, wait, is your mom still around?
I didn't really get rid of my clothes, but now I gotta put my shit back on.
Yes. Wow. Is that a game?
Now I'm naked.
Yeah, that's an interesting video game.
Turn.
Warden down. Now kill the rest of them.
This freaking just feels something. There we go. That's stupid.
Loot bug eliminated.
Well, I think that was everything that made me take off.
Another day at the office.
Okay, so I'm gonna switch my camera around.
Are
Okay.
you gonna show me? Oh wow.
Oh wow, that's far as hell.
That's far as hell. I gotta get it right.
I thought there was a zoom. Oh no, there's a zoom in.
Help me mine this.
Nope, that's not what I meant.
Hey yo, what's good, y'all?
Really once it's complete.
What's good? What's good? I can hear you. I can't see you, but that's cool. At least I heard you. That's what's saying. Yo, can you hear us?
I will have to.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Hello? I can see it. Hold on, boss. I'm checking something out.
There's my character. He's kind of a badass. Look at that. Okay.
Stand clear.
So,
Jacking bound.
okay, so this is one of the things you can do, which is the blast.
Do you punch the floor or was that thing in the air? That was cool.
This is the blast. It was in the air. This is the one that controls its mines.
That's cool.
Bosco,
I have to use both hands for this, apparently.
what's in
This is the
line?
fire one. You can set shit on fire. This one's your protective shield.
Light is up.
And then this is the one where it puts a trap. See those purple things? You can trap your enemies in there and it'll pop itself will start hurting your enemies for you.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty tight. So you can see on the back, he has his two swords hanging out. And his crossbow.
Nice.
Boom incoming. Get through it fast. We're on a tight schedule here.
Yeah, it's a pretty tight game. And the types of enemies that come and fight you are really cool too. Once I come across a considerable enemy, I'll have to pause it and show you guys.
The swarm is upon you.
Where I'm at right now is just a bunch of humans that want to fight me.
That's cool. Well, I'm glad you're having fun. Thank you. That's cool.
Yeah. It's a fun time.
I'm about to eat it gummy. See where I get to. Those lost like prices in Vegas. This country, why is this outrageous?
Contract
Oh my God.
to refinery.
Really?
$120 for a gram of oil. $70 an eight. $2 an eight. Why? What an ounce was it? Yeah. I was just like, wow. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. No, it's not.
Wait, you said $2, right?
No. Did you say $2?
Yeah. I said, what did you say, $2? And you said, yeah.
No, boss. I said, okay, it was 120 for a gram of oil, and it was 90 for like a quarter, $70 for an eighth.
Where the
Something
fuck
like
did I
that.
get $2?
I don't know. That's why I was like, I wish I'd be happy all day. But $2 is Washington. That's the home prices is $2. They got like $2 joints down the road all day, every fucking day.
And sometimes we get that in California too, every now and then.
Well, that's like regular price. So if I put out my card, industry discounts like 50% off, so it'd be like $1 a pop. But I don't smoke smoke a lot of joints, and if I wanted joints, I could just like roll them at work and take them home. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good on that.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm good on that. What if I can set this? Oh shit, look at that. I know. Oh, I'm all sideways and shit. Listen, does it work like this? Oh, it does. Oh, look at that shit.
Like, hey.
Yeah. Right? I was like, I'm holding it. I'm like, sorry, homie. Oh. They're like these little green little wedges.
Hi, Andrew. Those look, gives me like gumdrops.
Yeah, they're like little, not really sour.
Hello, beautiful queen. And hello, brother.
You sound very
How's
sad.
it going,
And
bro?
hello, beautiful queen.
Hello.
Don't worry, baby, I'm not too sad, but I'm just being real. The way other people think on this earth. I'm not saying you specifically, but
Right.
What makes you say that?
Yeah, a lot of people. Sorry to interrupt, Caitlin. Go
I
ahead.
can't hear you, beautiful queen.
I was just asking what makes you say that.
Because every time I tell the truth and I'm being real in my life, I got pussy ass motherfuckers on this earth acting stupid. I ain't talking about women. I treat women with respect. It's the dudes. And they would never say this shit in my face. That's what's so funny about this fucking app.
Like,
Pussies. My brother, I know you want to laugh with me on that.
I
It's real.
want to say something up either, dude. I was like, I want Caitlin to talk, and I don't want to, like, cut you off either. I'm trying to hear you out. I'm like, no, dude, it's always for real. I got to listen to this motherfucker.
no, but that's why I'm asking, like, give an example, like of what happened.
He's like, there's more to this story, motherfucker.
Well, you really want to know? You really want to know the truth? I'm about to tell you the truth. Ready? I'm looking for a real woman that's showing me real love on this earth.
Yeah,
But here's the kicker.
Maybe, I don't know.
I've been on this damn app for 3 fucking years, and every time I think I'm about to have a chance, they show me difference. Yes, sweetheart. I never slept with none of them on this app.
Wait.
That's because I follow a Christ, woman. You hear me? I follow a Christ. Jesus.
It's Elijah. It's Elijah?
You heard me. Yes,
So, like,
spiritually.
you've been on this-
Yes, brother.
Wait.
Not fleshly, spiritually. You heard that right. So relax what you're about to say in the temple of the man. Because it could come back on you 10 times curse. You didn't actually say my name.
It's like, what are you
You said my spiritual name. I'm trying to warn you. I'm not joking with you, bro. This is something different than human world. What I'm speaking of in spiritual world. So be careful when you say my name. Your best bet is just go normal human with it.
What?
You know, number 2,
you on this motherfucking app for 3 years looking for somebody, homie. You talk about how spiritual you are.
Wrong.
My
I
guy,
also spread the God of the Word of the Father and everybody around the world. So don't try me, motherfucker. That's not what it was about. You took it totally wrong in the human brain like I knew you would. You're dumb. Next. Number 2.
Well, I think I'll say that like your ladies.
Yeah, 1, you're dumb to me, inhuman. You're dumb. Number 2.
I said that lady.
Shut up! Number 1, I'm done talking to you. Don't make me fucking curse you, dude.
Number 1, just
With the Christ of the Father and God Almighty. That's not a joke. It's not something to be played with in the spirit world. Inhuman. Just to let you know. Best bet is shut your mouth. By the grace of He, I'm trying to keep peace and mercy for you. Shut up. Drink your drink, because I drink too. Shut up. Now back to you two.
I said, have you considered that your wife?
I love you too, brother. You're good. You're good too, number 1 too. I forgive you. Sunrise, we both brothers. Got me?
Have you ever considered?
Shut. By the grace of Father, only. You heard what I said. Only. Don't be as smart as to try to add to it, because I'll burn you right where you said.
What's the difference?
There's a difference between me and you. We're human. You're clay. You are clay. You bleed like I do. Your speech has nothing to do with me on that level. Don't try me, boy. I got you right by your balls and everything. Don't try me, boy. I will destroy you right where you stand, motherfucker.
The best part about this is,
I'm real, motherfucker. You don't have a clue. That's the fucked up part of the 3 years you did not know. You tried to burn me on that you had no idea about. See? Before you ask to know more about it, you should have followed me to know more. Maybe you should come live and hear the message. You fucking dumbass. You're a fucking dumbass. You're a dumbass. I'm simple like you, smartass. I'm forgiven by the light and by the grace of He. So don't even try to question me at any level do you don't understand.
okay, but let's hear
You're
your
a big looking dumbass motherfucker. You're fucking stupid.
When you speak,
And the apple look like the brain.
hear me out.
When you speak,
When you speak, take in consideration everybody listening to us right now. Do they feel and hear the Spirit of God in your voice when you speak, in your conversations?
I feel very
That's what we're talking about.
Actually, everybody does. You're the only one that don't, smartass. You're the one. You're fine. I still love you because you're on the side, a ass. You're still a dumbass. I don't like you because you're a dumbass. But I do love you because you're human. Because God said act of passion. But you're still a fucking dumbass. In the fucking dumbass remark. Dumbass.
And I feel the grace of God.
Your hat don't even match your fucking outfit, you fucking retard. Who the fuck dressed you? Your fucking so-called mother?
Did someone lose a phone at a carnival?
You fucking stupid. I got real G's in my motherfucking area that looks better than you, you fucking dumbass. I'm Mexican than all, Cuban, you name it. You look like a fucking retard on this planet Earth. Straight up.
I am so happy. I can interrupt your life so you gotta get angry about it. That makes me happy. Like, actually kind of happy that you seem uncomfortable because
You can do shit that anyway, anything that anybody else that on this earth tried, you ain't nothing, bro. You talk shit. You can't think of a joke. You're about as dumb as the rest of them.
This is a work, right?
Unfortunately, you don't sound like
You
it.
ain't tell me nothing I ain't fucking heard.
Obviously, man.
You ain't
It's not
tell
like
me
you
nothing I ain't heard
This is a
before.
work, right?
I'm sorry, man.
Because you talk too much shit.
Elijah,
Sorry, you're here for me. You ain't here for me for nothing. You're here for yourself. Quit lying. You selfish. You only care about yourself. You give zero fucks about anybody else on this app. Don't lie to me, because I'm not stupid. No offense. I told truth. You can't do anything about it, but you know it to be true. So swallow your beer and enjoy yourself. This is all fun and games. It's nothing to be serious or take a heart to your own fucking soul. If I wanted to curse you and bring you in hellfire, I would have. Trust me, you're good.
I don't think you're capable of that.
Actually, I can. What Jesus Christ, behold, the gift of God is, behold, without his people. You don't have a fucking clue about Christ now, do you? Remember, remember, he was working on Gentiles, not just Jews, smartass. He said the Gentiles first. The Jews already owned by him in Israel. Gentiles were raised first. Then we come back for the Jews, for the New Jerusalem. Smart aleck. But don't go to the level. If you have no idea, because you were taught wrong by man. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I repeat like a broken record. Not my fault. Not my fault. Go talk to your pastor. Not to me. Not my fault. Behold.
I don't. I'm past. You said pastor, right? Like church boss. I'm not a church going.
Well, good. You're a dummy.
Am I having a stroke?
You're an ass with the ass in the air.
Come here. Those are some pretty strong remarks, in my opinion.
Am I having a stroke?
Come here, you flying tin can.
Like, I do boss, like, I love it. I'm sorry he had to go.
Like, did you boot him? Because I didn't.
I didn't boot him. He just rolled out. He knew he was in the wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what's his issue, why he wanted to be all negative, but, like, I hope you have a better night. I hope you have a better day. You know, start a new day tomorrow. You wake up, brand new day. Don't worry about it.
I wouldn't be surprised if you got hit with a ban.
I mean, it just, some people can get bothered. I'm not going to let something like that bother me. It's just, they have their own opinion, and their opinion matters to them.
He was clearly very drunk. You can tell by, like, how he was slurring his words. He was very drunk.
Yeah, I was like, he wouldn't even let me get a comment in. I'm just like, bro, you just going on talking tough, bro. Like, chill out.
He loved and forgave you, but he hated you and wanted you to die.
Yeah, he hated it. He hated it.
What?
It's okay.
It's so hard not to laugh really hard when he was talking. Because, like, I was trying not to, like, piss him off more. But, like, I'm pretty sure that my focus was not on me. It was on you, for sure. Because he was, like, lying. Like, something about you. Oh, I'm gonna go in on you.
What's up, Andrew? I thought you said something.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
Oh man, that was a wild ride though.
It was interesting, for sure.
Absolutely. That was a nice roller coaster ride.
I feel bad for whoever has to put up with him that can't get away. You know, like, we could just, you know, like, kick him out of the group and hang up the phone, whatever, but, like, whoever's in the house with him, like, for that.
Yeah. I feel sorry for them.
Yeah. Because they're the ones who really gotta suffer right now. I hope he doesn't have kids.
like, Mr.
What up?
Fucking...
You can talk, man. You can talk. We know you can say something, dude. Say something. I know you can talk. You were speaking earlier.
Yeah, but unfortunately you got cut off by that dickhead.
He was attacking me for first, like, I think race. And then, the way I was dressed.
He was like going all in.
Yeah, so like, race, religion, my appearance. He just full on attacked. I don't know what I did to him. I'm angry.
He would attack your hat. For your hat choice.
He hated my hat.
I think he just simply hated you because he was trying to get at me for like the first like minute, calling me like princess or queen or whatever. And then he saw you, and then we were actually having a conversation, and he's like immediately fuck this dude. Immediately.
Yeah. He's like, I hate this motherfucker.
I got it immediately.
Oh yeah.
That'll make
like. Oh, so it was kind of funny. Like,
I smashed and like kicked over all my dirt bikes. What?
You need help? Somebody fucking up your shit? June Bug? What's up, Mike? He's small. He said he's only like 5'2".
Put my helmet through my driver's side trap window. What?
Because you mad? What's wrong?
You're cute.
Did you wreck into it?
Well done. Secondary objective completed.
Kind of got us all curious now, Junebug. Yo, mic up, cam up, see what's going on. You might be a little angry, but it's cool to more about.
He was, yeah, right, Andrew, he was jealous. They kept calling you by numbers. Like, your names are right there.
Yeah.
Like, you were number 1, apparently. Andrew was number 2.
He kept attacking number 1. He's like, well, forget number 1. I'm sorry, yeah.
He kept saying that he was preaching the word of God, but he kept saying, like, fuck, and, you know, retard.
That's what I was like, hold on, boss. Like, I've talked to many people who, you know, speak the word of, or go about talking like that, and I'm like, the way you're speaking is not their language. Like, I know people who speak the grace of God, and they don't use that kind of, you know, they can get deep, they can get serious, but the language and the, yeah, no, the environment changed as soon as he got it. Yeah. What was that?
That they can get deep, and sometimes they can get ghetto. Roll up.
Roll up.
Yeah, we read that part, Junebug. Put my helmet through.
Always see it.
We're trying to, like...
Yeah, something about... He goes, I, smash, my, help, and, like, kick over all my dirt bikes.
I think
Then
someone
it
else...
says, put my helmet through my driver's side truck door. Who did it? Who put your helmet through your truck door?
We are confused.
Somebody did?
I'll try inviting him to the thing. I can sneeze.
Don't start yawning, it's already 11:30.
Hey, I usually stay up super late.
Oh yeah, we stayed up till like 4, almost 5.
No, I punched my truck with my helmet. Why did you do that?
Why you get so mad, man? What's wrong?
Why are you mad? You want to help?
Yeah, boss, we know you. Hey. Oh, dude, it was over your girlfriend. I fucking knew it, player. What happened, dude? Speak up. Get on here and talk to us.
Speak your feelings.
That was my vape.
No, that's not true.
Okay.
No.
Which agency are you with?
Jasper.
I'm not sure who that is.
I don't either.
Jasper Agency. Oh, okay. Well, welcome to hosting. You're doing your thing. You're on here 11 hours a day.
Yeah, I am. I just want to get it over with. You know, like people say, I'm the person that likes to give it my all. If I don't give it my all, I don't want it.
Yeah, I
you know?
understand.
And I want people to know me. I mean, I don't have no content. I don't have no talent. I don't have none of that. But I'm a person that would talk to you, love you, welcome you in my family, and I don't know how to say it. But
no, that's good. Just be yourself. As long as you're yourself, you'll be fine.
Right, yeah.
Right.
That's all. I'm being myself. Even Lily Mack met me when I first came on the app.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Miss Lily Mack. She was my first supporter.
Oh, that's beautiful.
But don't worry about it. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. Yeah.
But no, I told you to drop him, and you did, and I should have said block him, because when you dropped him, he came back up. He came right back up.
I wish I could get him to come back. If
Right.
he won't come back, I'm
But it's not
trying.
gonna do anything.
Man,
Hi, Sergio. Welcome in.
That was that. That was who was them.
Human.
Them would have a name.
Man.
Ain't no assumption to it. You're not going to name your child them and they, bro. You're not going to do that.
You have to understand. Who you call today is humans.
Box it.
Yeah.
They call that them.
He's sucking dick now.
You give word.
Mama Reg, you got the book? Let's see what it say. I think it said chapter 5, verse 2.
okay. Y'all know I always have to keep it by my side. So what is it again?
Genesis 5, verse 2.
All right. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. All right, 5 and 2. All right. So he created them, male and female, and blessed them and called them mankind. And in that day, they were created.
What version is that? I just asked for you.
I do. This is is the King James version, but the New Living version. Yeah.
Okay, so the reason why I'm saying that is because the Hebrew term is Adon. So it literally says in the Hebrew version that he named them Adam, meaning man and woman was made equal in the beginning. It wasn't separating their characteristics. Although one was made as a helping, they were made equal. It was the default of disobedience that made the one have a lesser role, but they were made even. They both were called mankind, or both were called Adam. So that's what I'm saying. If someone's saying that Lilith was made first, it just disassembles the whole Genesis account. And then CJ would be 100% right in saying that Adam would have to be made twice, so they would have to have a pair for each month. So I'm just saying that y'all have to listen. I got baptized a year ago, and I have been in the Bible head on in the different manuscripts and different theologies. I say that my Christian brothers and sisters want to debate. Don't be lazy, because you got people who are studying the Bible more than you. So if you want to debate, if your faith is strong, just say my faith is strong. I don't know how to explain it, but if you're going to, if I've been a Christian technically for a year,
And I've been face first in this Bible where y'all come and disassemble it with apocryphal or pseudo text. It makes no sense, and then people have a right to put it under this type of criticism. And I don't even know everything, but certain things are simple if you just actually read and study. I'm just trying to be fair. I'm not trying to be arrogant.
Oh, see where you messed up at is they don't have a right. They don't have a. That's their problem now. They don't have a right.
Yeah, J Mount. Let me follow this nigga about 6, yeah.
Because that's not happening. But the Bible.
I mean, you know, I did his.